The Socorro Islands, a remote and spectacular haven for marine life. In the wild blue waters of the eastern Pacific. A must for undersea explorers. Diving eyeball to eyeball with some of the open ocean's most spectacular creatures. Mysterious giants, relentless hunters, and legendary monsters of the deep. All caught in a daily battle for survival. Home to cunning masters of disguise, magnificent schools of fish, and playful marine mammals. The Socorro Islands, a tiny volcanic archipelago rising abruptly from the untamed waters of the eastern Pacific, 600 kilometers off the western coast of Mexico. Primitive and remote, Socorro is uninhabited by humans. The only way to dive here is from liveaboard boats.
Socorro is a very special place because the opportunities of encounter big pelagic animals are high. But once we get in the water, it's totally a different world. It's like being in a wild laboratory.
The Socorro Islands have been called the Mexican Galapagos. Like the Galapagos, the deep blue waters of Socorro overflow with wildlife. Lost in the Pacific, hours from the nearest coast, islands like Socorro attract a breathtaking abundance of animals. Explosions of fish, drawn here by an essential characteristic of the archipelago. Its deep currents. Far below the peak, currents crash against the island's flanks, then surge upward, carrying with them nutrients from the deep water that nourish life-giving plankton in the warmth of the sun. Microscopic marine creatures, no larger than the diameter of a strand of human hair. Plankton are the foundation for the entire oceanic food chain. Crucial to the survival, not just of larger fish, but of the largest of all fish. The whale shark. 12 meters long, the length of a tractor trailer. Whale sharks can weigh more than 20 tons, 4 times the size of the great white shark.
When you swim next to them, you notice you are not even half of their pectoral fins, right? You're like tiny little thing swimming next to them.
The giant moves slowly, close to the surface. Whale sharks are filter feeders, vacuuming vast amounts of plankton, fish, and plants into a gaping mouth so wide a sports car could fit inside.
I could say like a 40, 50-foot whale shark. The size of the mouth has to be like, I don't know, this big, this wide big, and it gives you the sensation that if it could open the mouth, it would swallow you completely.
Filters in the wide mouth collect the tiny prey, while seawater, up to 6,000 liters an hour, is expelled through massive gills. Though formidable creatures, whale sharks are languid, docile fish. However, a close encounter is not without its dangers.
You get slapped by the tail, you're gonna pass out. You might get your arm broken. We need to take precautions, keeping an eye on the tail, how the tail is moving, and avoiding to be touched by it.
It's just a majestic animal. They are so big and they move so gentle. They even sometimes seems like they are not moving at all, but you have to kick really hard to actually keep up with them.
The distended abdomen on this female means that it is pregnant. Socorro is a pit stop for pregnant whale sharks, and many migrate here each autumn. However, little is known about mating and birthing behavior. The largest fish in the world is also one of the most mysterious. Whale sharks live largely out of sight, adding to their mystique and the spell they hold over humans.
And once we are right next to a whale shark that big, you finally realize that we are such a small species in this planet, and they're super giants. We're surrounded by giant animals in this world.
At San Benedicto, the whale shark is not the only giant encountered by divers. The giant Pacific manta ray.
Well, San Benedicto is really special because it's probably the best place in the archipelago to encounter the giant manta rays. It's probably, I would say, the best place in the world to interact with them. They just lay on top of your head and just go with them and go with them, go with them. You feel part of their world, part of them, like let you in their house, let's say. It's just amazing.
The Pacific manta is the largest species of ray, with a wingspan of up to 9 meters, the width of a tennis court. Like the whale shark, mantas are filter feeders, traveling with the currents across expanses of open ocean, in search of waters made rich with plankton by upwellings from deep below the surface. Two blade-like fins unfold to channel water into the manta's large, open mouth. Tiny shrimp, krill, and planktonic crabs are then sifted from the water by tissue between the gills. weighing as much as 2 tons.
A lone manta can eat more than 200 kilograms of plankton in a single week.
When it's not feeding, the fins at either side of the manta's broad head resemble horns. And for generations, mantas were known as devilfish. Their imposing size and bat-like shape fed into the legend of the manta as monster. And for hundreds of years, tales of mantas smashing ships and feasting on sailors persisted. Not until the 1970s, when divers began interacting with giant rays, was the easygoing nature of these gentle giants brought to bear.
It's looking at you, it connects to you with its big eye. And yeah, I've never seen that at any other place with that intensity. And being able to be so close to that animal, this is something you will not find at any other place on the planet.
Unlike most species of ray, the giant manta does not have a stinger in its tail. Its only defense against large ocean predators, such as sharks and killer whales, is its size and speed. But neither size nor speed can defend the manta from one of the ocean's most remarkable creatures, the gargoyle-like remora, or suckerfish. Highly specialized over 50 million years of evolution, the top of the remora's head is a powerful suction cup,
allowing it to cling on to the manta for a free ride. The remora's grip is so intense, it is able to stay attached through strong currents and can even hang on as the host fish attempts to scrape it off on the seamount.
Remoras will at times venture into the mouth of a manta to find food or escape from predators. There is some benefit to the manta. Remoras feed on parasites and dead tissue.
But these hitchhikers can become a nuisance as well, slowing down the manta and creating skin abrasions and sores caused by the constant suction.
These giants have come to San Benedicto for its cleaning stations, gathering points on the seamount, where resident cleaner fish will remove troublesome parasites. San Benedicto is home to a constant underwater ballet. propelled by powerful beats of their pectoral fins. Mantas must swim continuously to keep water moving over and through their gills for respiration. It is a life of perpetual motion. Ancestors of shark-like creatures, rays first appeared in the oceans more than 170 million years ago. Mantas, in particular, have exceptionally large brains. Specifically, the region of the brain responsible for sensory functions.
When they swim like next to you, they actually look at you, and that's when you feel like kind of bond. I think they're very, very smart animals.
Like their shark relatives, mantas have specialized nerve cells that allow them to pick up electrical signals from other animals moving in the water. Eyes located on each side of the head provide an optimal field of vision. A thin layer of slime on the skin protects the manta from bacteria, helps to heal injuries, and reduces friction as it glides gracefully through the water. Wandering the ocean, gripped by an endless search for food. Clarion angelfish inspect the reef. A popular aquarium fish, these radiant angels are listed as vulnerable. Their habitat at Socorro is now protected. Black-nosed butterfly fish, or barber fish, active during the day.
When they feed on algae and small crustaceans, these fish spend most of their nights huddled near the reef surface. Barbers are cleaner fish, removing then eating parasites from the skin of larger marine animals, such as sharks and rays. Cleaner fish, like these barbers, are an essential part of the Socorro ecosystem, contributing to the good health of manta rays by removing dead and infected flesh from wounds caused by shark bites. Socorro is a haven for great ocean grazers. The whale shark,
and the manta ray. But it is also home to hunters, like the white-tip reef shark.
Every time I dive there, it reminds me of an ancient place, volcanic. It reminds me somehow of Jurassic Park. It's kind of spooky because the visibility is not always stellar, so it can be misty and you don't really see far. You know that there are sharks around.
A small shoal of white-tips patrols the undersea mountain.
Drawn to Socorro by the resident fish that feed on the plankton. Nourished by nutrients driven up by currents from the ocean floor. As the name suggests, white-tip reef sharks are largely found near coral reefs, preferring caves, crevices, or rocky ledges for protection. White-tips are primarily nocturnal animals. Days are spent resting and preserving precious energy. Individual sharks will gather in groups, crowding together and stacking one on top of the other. White-tips are capable of lying motionless like this for hours at a time. Unlike other requiem sharks, which must swim constantly to force oxygenated water over their gills, white-tips are able to breathe while stationary, using muscles around their mouths to pull in water that then flows over their gills. These sharks will remain still for much of the day before jumping into action at night, scouring the darkened reefs for small fish, eels, and crabs. Large oval eyes allow the shark to see in dim light. But in the dark of night, white-tips rely on other senses, such as smell and small electrical sensing organs in the snout called ampullae, to detect prey.
In the distance, a familiar underwater sound can only mean one thing.
The arrival of the ocean's deep thinkers, bottlenose dolphins. Three meters long, powering over the seamount with muscular thrusts of the tail. Named for its short, stubby beak, bottlenose dolphins are social animals, traveling in pods of 10 to 30. Their brain-to-body ratio, believed to be a measure of intellect, is second only to humans. Shrewd creatures, dolphins are able to coordinate hunts, herding, and then harvesting schools of fish. They are expert at echolocation, making clicking sounds. As many as 500 per second that travel through the open ocean, bouncing off of potential prey and revealing to the dolphin the animal's size, shape, and location. Essentially, they see through sound. A whistle then signals the catch to other dolphins in the group. Each member of the pod uses a signature whistle to identify itself. Just like land mammals, dolphins breathe air, taking in oxygen at the ocean's surface through a blowhole on top of the head. Conscious breathers, they never fall completely asleep. One hemisphere of the brain always remains awake. So even while sleeping, the dolphin is able to surface for air and remain alert to predators. The intelligence and cunning of dolphins has been well documented. But here at San Benedicto, the dolphins exhibit a strange and remarkable behavior, unlike any other.
The dolphins at San Benedicto, every time they encounter us, they just tend to stop vertically. And when they do it, they start sinking because they're not swimming anymore. And just because they stop vertically and start blowing bubbles, and it gives us a chance to be super close to him. But I think I've been started thinking lately that the dolphins are mimicking us. It's kind of like a mimic behavior.
"130 kilometers west of San Benedicto, a stony pinnacle rises 30 meters from the waters of the eastern Pacific. Roca Partida, or parted rock. Just 100 meters long and 8 meters wide, coated in guano from nesting seabirds. Roca Partida is the smallest of Socorro's 4 islands. But this lonely spire is just part of the story.
I think Roca Partida it just needs to be classified as the best single dive site in the world. When you get in the water at Roca Partida, definitely you expect the unexpected. You don't know what you're going to see.
A powerful ocean surge caused by waves passing overhead crashes into the seamount.
The swell pushes water to the surface and back down Roca Partida's volcanic walls.
We're diving in tiny little rocks in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, so we're gonna have that in every dive for sure. Definitely, because you would encounter sometimes strong currents, that surge that if you're not used to, it kind of freaks you out maybe a little bit.
Hundreds of fish, caught in the ripping currents, fall helplessly like leaves from the sky. Far removed from any other landfall, Roca Partida teems with life. Its steep vertical walls are home to small marine creatures and stunning hard coral formations, earning Roca Partida its title as the Cathedral of the Sea. A trumpetfish, its snout facing down, floats vertically over the coral, stalking small herbivores. A long-tailed stingray glides over the seamount, its dangerous tail spine trailing behind. "40 meters below the surface, white-tipped sharks nestle on a rocky ledge. But as the underwater cliffs plunge further into the sea, disappearing into the blue depths, an entirely different world awaits on Socorro's ocean floor. A tropical flounder, barely visible, lies in wait on the speckled coral bed. Flounder are masters of camouflage, able to change colors and patterns in as little as 8 seconds. This flounder crawls on its fins before huddling down on the seabed, a camouflaged killer primed to ambush passing fish and crustaceans. Farther along the seamount, an even greater master of disguise. The octopus searches for the perfect spot to surprise unwary prey. One of the few creatures on Earth able to alter its appearance in a heartbeat. The common octopus possesses thousands of color-changing cells just below the surface of the skin. The octopus is able to change not only its coloring, but the texture of its skin as well. A complex network of muscles and nerves controls projections on the skin, creating small bumps or tall spikes to match the surrounding rocks and coral. A predator in disguise, the octopus will wait for crabs and mollusks that wander into its path. Prey is gripped by powerful arms studded with suckers, then paralyzed by nerve poison secreted in its saliva. If caught by a predator, the octopus is able to lose an arm, then miraculously regrow it later without lasting damage. A green moray eel, more than 2 meters long, slinks along the ocean floor. Solitary animals that spend their days hiding between rocks and inside crevices. Green moray eels have developed an ugly reputation for being vicious. A belief based largely on the fact that morays continually open and close their large mouths, showing off a line of razor-sharp teeth. This behavior may appear threatening, but it is actually necessary for survival. By opening its mouth, the eel takes in water, which is then forced over its gills, providing oxygen.
Morays have poor eyesight, and rather than hunting for fish, crab, and shrimp, they hole up between rocks, then pounce on unsuspecting prey.
With nothing here but a pronghorn spiny lobster marching on the rocks, the green moray swims off. As with all creatures of the ocean, life for the moray is a delicate balance between preserving energy and the endless quest for food. Meanwhile, closer to the surface, one of Socorro's most spectacular scenes is unleashed. Jacks, thousands of them, exploding into thick, silvery clouds. The effect is mesmerizing.
It just gets dark. When you are in there, it gets dark, and wherever you look, it's just fish everywhere, everywhere.
Like many fish, the jacks here at Socorro swim in schools to protect themselves from predators. There is safety in numbers, and a tightly organized school of jacks swimming in unison may appear as a single large creature to a potential hunter. When the school is attacked by a predator, the odds are low that any one fish will be the prey. The same dilution effect also decreases the chances of an individual fish falling prey to parasites. The larger the school, the greater the vigilance against predators. Warnings about advancing hunters can be sounded by any member of a large school, making it unnecessary for individuals to spot danger on their own. As the size of the school increases, more eyes are able to scan greater areas of the ocean for predators, increasing safety and allowing more time to concentrate on feeding. Food in the ocean is not always easy to find. The more eyes on the lookout, the greater the chances of discovering a meal. Precisely spaced from one another, moving at the same speed, in the same direction, these jacks are able to turn quickly and in harmony, as if the school has a mind of its own. From spectacular synchronized swimmers to graceful gliding giants, the Socorro Islands are a world unto their own. One of the many wonders of the great blue wild.
If you have never been to Socorro, then it will be a very unique experience for you in that way that you will get so close to animals like never before in your life. There's such a big variety of big animals, and the quality of interaction is unparalleled to any other place that I've seen, by far.
If you want to experience the unexpected, if you want to increase the chances to see big animals, Socorro is definitely the best place to go.
Mantas are the highlight of Socorro. They let you into their world like crazy. It's the bond with the animals there is just amazing. The mantas, the dolphins, when you have the chance to swim right to a huge whale shark or a huge humpback whale, it's just something that you cannot describe. You have to be there, and you definitely have to go there.